Hey there, guys. So it's been a while. Obviously, I haven't released a video in quite a little while, and that's actually why I wanted to make this video. I just kind of wanted to fill you guys in on what's going on and what has led to this sort of hiatus that I'm on. Before I get into all the details about what's going on, just want to let you guys know up front, it's not like there's been some like major tragedy or something awful has happened or I'm sick or something like that. It's just a time thing. It really has been, but I'll get into all the details on that in a minute. But I just wanted to, before we get into the meat of the video, it's not like there's anything majorly terrible going on in my life that has led to this sort of lack of videos. Really, I wanted to make this video because I've talked a little bit in the past about kind of my life and what goes on outside of the YouTube channel, but not only fair to you guys to kind of make a definitive video to kind of talk about why things are the way they are on my channel sometimes and why I disappear from time to time. Again, obviously I don't have a channel without you guys, and when I go away for a while or when I kind of go off the grid for a little bit, it sucks, and hopefully this video can explain some of that, and if nothing else, this is kind of my definitive when Joe goes missing, this is what happened video. So I guess let's start from the top here. When I first made this channel, I was a year or so removed from college, and I was still living in my family home, and I was frustrated. I really didn't have a lot going on because I was struggling to find a job and things like that, and just a lot of time on my hands and a lot of a need to be creative, and that's really where I had the seed of an idea for a YouTube channel, and I decided, well, I have time on my hands, I want to be creative, I like making videos, let's give this a shot. So that's why you can see in most of my earlier videos why I'm in a different place. It's because it's my family home, it's my basement. So I started a YouTube channel really just to give myself something to do, if nothing else. But of course, as life would have it, almost immediately after I started making the channel, I actually did finally get a job and had to move up here, which is where I am now. And you can kind of see the timing as to when I moved again. If you just kind of look at the background of my videos, it's pretty obvious I'm in two different places. I think around like either Bambi or Kim Possible is one of those videos where I'm clearly no longer in my family home and I'm in my apartment that I have now. So yeah, it was pretty soon after the channel started that I got this job up here. I was just an intern at the time, and yeah, I mean, it obviously it took up a lot of my time, this internship, but it wasn't anything that was like totally unmanageable. It was stuff where I could still kind of do both. I could still, do everything I had to do for the internship and also make videos on a fairly consistent basis. I mean, obviously, I kind of took some breaks here and there, and I'll get into reasons why because it's all kind of related. But it was something that was still, I thought, fairly manageable. And I guess I should probably tell you guys what exactly I do or what I was interning for. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this at some point in the past, but I work for a minor league baseball team. I work in video production for them. And for those of you who don't know, the way baseball works is you play you play series instead of just individual games. So we'll play the same team 3 days in a row, and then on many occasions we'll play the same team 3 days in a row, and then a different team 4 days in a row. And both of those series will be at home, so I end up working all 7 of those games. So that just kind of gives you a basic premise for what I do and just a teaser of how much I'm working. Believe me, we'll get more into that later. So yeah, anyway, so after my first season, I actually got promoted, which is awesome, and I became a director of video production. So I ended up getting basically the whole department came down to me. So again, great for my career, happy about it. But what that of course meant was more of my time being spent on work, because that's just kind of how this works. So yeah, this is now my second season as the full-time director. But so the way that my job works in terms of hours is Monday through Friday, whether there's a game or not, I work a normal 9 to 5 work day. Where things get a little tricky is when I have to work baseball games, because they can be at inopportune times and they end up leading to long days. On days when there's a baseball game, I will work most nights, or most days rather, from 8:30 in the morning until around 11 o'clock at night. And that's not an exaggeration. And again, as I mentioned before, baseball works in these series and homestands. So that 8:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. day will stack on top of each other, and I'll work like 7 of those in a row or something like that. The other problem that comes up is, say I have a series, or I have to work baseball games that go over the course of the weekend. Well, now I kind of worked in my office for most of the week, and then I worked the weekend games, which took up almost a full day, or basically a full day, and then by the time those are done, I'm back to my office time. So I don't exactly get a lot of time away from work, especially in season. So you may be wondering, because I mentioned this is my 3rd season working for this minor league baseball team now, why is there such a big gap this year when there wasn't necessarily this huge or consistent of a gap in the previous years? Well, this year has been a little more strenuous than my past years. So usually the way my schedule works, I'll kind of be able to grab a weekend here or there, or get a kind of a day here and there where I don't have games, or I don't have to go to the office or something like that. Since June 18th, and I'm recording this on August 19th, so since June 18th, I've spent a grand total of 5 days where I did not report to work. Yeah, and of those 5 days, 4 of them were spent traveling. So quick math tells me that I've spent 1 day since June 18th in my apartment where I didn't have to go to work. Yeah, so that in a nutshell explains why I haven't really just had time for videos. And if I look like I'm tired, it's because I am. I've just been working a lot this year. And I mean, on top of that, there were some changes at my work this year, some changes in ownership, not necessarily all of which I agreed with, and I've had some kind of issues there. I'm not going to get into specifics because why bore you with my work drama, but yeah, just know that like between the stuff that goes on at work, in addition to how often I'm working, it's been very mentally and physically exhausting few months for me. So yeah, I mean, again, and I know it all sounds like excuses, and it all kind of, may not make a difference to you, and that's fine. But that's basically been kind of what's been going on. I mean, I basically, again, I do work in video production for the team, so there's days where, man, I just get home and I don't want to look at a computer, I don't want to look at editing, I don't want to watch a movie. I just want to kind of go to sleep and get ready for the next day. And where the problem, of course, comes in is that, especially with the lack of time, is that I put a lot of time into these videos. I don't want to give you guys kind of any less of a product than you deserve, or that I'm used to giving you guys. So I mean, the next video that I'm trying to do is The Rescuers. That involves me watching the movie, making my notes on the movie, researching the movie, writing the script, filming it, editing it, doing my fine edits and all that stuff, and that all takes a while. And the problem is when I'm not home, or when I don't have the time, or when I'm just mentally drained, I don't have the time for it, and that's been the issue lately, and that's really why there's been such a gap in videos, just because it's been hard for me to find the time and really just the mental capacity to do videos these past couple months. And it's sucky timing too, because I really felt like the channel was starting to make a jump. I thought we're starting to get into movies that are a little closer to modern, starting to get into some of the more popular ones eventually. I know we still have a couple of obscure ones left, but like we're getting closer to that Renaissance era where everybody kind of knows those movies. I'd set up the Patreon and I'd launched that. And I really felt really bad about that because I actually had a couple people who donated, and I don't think I've made a video since. So I'll be sure to take care of all that in the meantime. But yeah, like things are starting to set up the channel a little more professionally, a little more like polished, and we were starting to see numbers grow and videos grow, and just a screeching halt because of work and time and all that. So, unfortunately, timing just kind of works out that way sometimes. So, what does this mean for the channel? Well, I mean, realistically, nothing. I'm still going to have the channel. I'm still going to make videos. We're still going to have the Disney Guy reviews. We're still going to do all that stuff. Things just may come out a little bit slower than we're used to. There was a conscious reason why I stopped saying at the end of my videos, and I'll see you all next week, and change it to, and I'll see you all real soon, because when I first started the channel, like I said, I had a lot of time on my hands, so I really did believe that I could make a weekly video, and I still would like to make weekly videos. I just understand that that's becoming a little more impossible as my work life starts to ramp up a little bit more. So that was why I changed to see real soon, because I kind of know that guaranteeing a weekly video is almost impossible. There's times where I'll be able to do it, times where I won't, and it's again, ideally one day I will be able to do weekly videos, and hey, maybe even one day this is what I do, but in the meantime, that's just not in the cards right now. But yeah, in terms of the channel's still active. It will be active unless I actively come on here and tell you guys, hey, I gotta stop the channel, or we're shutting down the channel, or it's been a fun run, but unless I say that, consider the channel still active. So even if I disappear for a month, or you don't hear from me every now and again, yeah, the channel is still going. I didn't just abandon ship, basically. The other unfortunate thing is that I actually, I've had my Twitter that I plug all the time to try to kind of keep you guys in the loop for these things, and I do what I can on that, but I'm really bad with Twitter. I'm really bad with my own personal Twitter. I'm bad with the YouTube channel Twitter. I'm bad with Twitter. I'm trying to get better. I really am. And when you guys message me on there or like stuff from me, I always appreciate it, and I do try to reach out to you guys. But yeah, I'm so bad at it. I wish that I were a little more diligent on that. But I will try to be. I will try to be in the future a little more diligent on my Twitter, especially when I get delays and a hiatus such as this one. And hey, I mean, the other good news is that my season ends September 4th. So I have about 2 weeks left of crazy time work, and then things slow down a little bit more, and I just start working 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, and I get Saturdays and Sundays off again, and I have time to kind of do some of my own side projects again. So hopefully we can get back to a little bit more consistent schedule come like mid-September or something like that, and hopefully I can get out a Rescuers video before that time. That's always the plan. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully it happens. I can't make any guarantees, but it's almost over. The storm is almost over, and we're almost back to a little more my normal fall and winter time. So before I go, I may as well talk about a little bit of Disney news with you guys, because it's been a while since I've said anything. Saw Zootopia, loved it, loved the social commentary on it, and I think it's one of those movies that had something to say, that was really well done, exceeded my expectations, really didn't know what to anticipate going into it, and it ended up being a very solid addition to this era of Disney movies, and it should stand test of time. Saw Finding Dory, very solid movie. I don't know if it was as good as Finding Nemo. Sequels always have a tough time doing that, but still a very solid movie nonetheless. I still enjoyed it greatly. Kind of cool how it delved into disabilities, and really kind of made you feel and understand Dory's disability, which I thought was really, really good job. A big strength of the movie. I've been watching trailers for Moana. I'm very excited for it. I love all the trailers so far. I've been on record from about a year, 2 years ago, saying that this was the next Disney movie that I was really circling as could be a really big smash hit. between the people involved in it and the type of movie that it's going to be. Really looking forward to that. I did see there was a big controversy about the character design of Maui, saying that he was too stereotypical of Samoan men, and I remember thinking that it was just insane, because if they made him like this fit, thin guy, then they would have been yelled at for fat shaming, or for, like, you know, changing the image to try to make him look better than they should have. And I mean, not for nothing, but have you seen the guy who voices Maui? His name is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He's kind of a gigantic Samoan man, and by gigantic I mean built like a freight train, could punch you into space. So that whole controversy seemed insane to me. So yeah, I think I've rambled enough for one day. Again, I'm sorry, guys. I really feel bad. I honestly, truly feel bad whenever I have one of these kind of long stretches where I don't make a video, because I like putting out videos and entertainment for you guys. I like putting out videos and getting your feedback and getting your comments and kind of sharing something that I really love to do with you. So believe me, these kinds of breaks hurt nobody more than they hurt me. I do feel bad. I do apologize. Hopefully, with things dying down in a couple weeks, we'll be able to kind of get back on track. But you know, we'll see what may come. So yeah, that's it for me today. I will hopefully see you all real soon.